European football is back very soon, and that means the UCL is back, the Europa League is back. I've done my prediction about those two already, but this season, for the first time ever, we have the third tier European competition, the Conference League. And as most of you guys know, I'm a big supporter of the Conference League, as I've already told you last year in my video explaining everything. Unlike most people, I know, many people say it's a bad quality competition, it's not exciting, it's pointless, it's not prestigious enough, blah blah blah. I think that is bullshit. I'm sorry, because the Conference League, number one, made the Europa League so much more exciting, and number two, still has so many great teams, clubs with rich tradition that deserve to be featured in European competitions. Now this is the stage for them. The final 8 are there. Let's predict the full Conference League together. And just like we've already done for the Europa League, check that video out if you haven't. We are going into the UEFA bracket predictor, where we see the teams remaining in the competition, and you can't be telling me that this is a pointless competition with these clubs in it. From England, we have Leicester City. From the Netherlands, we have two clubs, PSV Eindhoven and Feyenoord Rotterdam. Two massive Dutch clubs, both have won the Champions League already. Bodo Glimt is the absolute underdog from Norway. No idea how they made it in there, but I have huge respect for them. Then from Italia, there is Jose Mourinho's Roma. There is Slavia Praha, who were in the Europa League last season. You remember, they put up great fights there as well. Marseille from France, massive club. And last but not least, from Greece, incredible fans, from Thessaloniki, PAOK. And here let's have a look at the power balance of the Conference League. We see that Leicester City by far, by quite a margin, have the biggest market value. They should be the favorites, actually. 500 million market value. Then on paper, there is Roma and Marseille, who are in contention for the title, and Eindhoven and Feyenoord with underdog chances. And then the massive outsiders are Slavia Praha, PAOK, and by far Bodo Glimt, with only 15 million market value. That's like less than half of the market value of my club, HSV. Always crazy to see, but this is the beauty of the Conference League, that we can see these teams who deserve it be on the big European stage. Now let's get into the fixtures. First of all, we have Leicester City, the Foxes, against PSV from Holland. Man, this is actually a tough one. Leicester this season haven't been really impressive, to be honest. They did start in the Europa League, finished third in their group, so dropped down to the Conference League. And they're also only 10th in the Premier League, with very slim chances to still secure Europe next season, unless they win the Conference League. In the round of 32, they beat Randers FC from Denmark, which they just had to win. But in the round of 16, they actually beat Stade Rennais from France, which was a tough fixture. They did it. Now they're facing PSV, who are strong this season, almost qualified for the Champions League, then finished only third as well in their Europa League group, behind Monaco and Real Sociedad. Then in the Conference League, they knocked out Maccabi Tel Aviv from Israel and Copenhagen from Denmark. They are also in the Eredivisie title race, only 2 points behind Ajax on second, so you can't underestimate PSV this season. First of all, they're playing Leicester, and the return leg on the 14th of April, same time as the Europa League matches, is in Eindhoven. I am actually planning, not sure if it works out yet, but I'm planning to go there with my homies. It's only like 1 hour drive from where I live, so let's see if we can make this match. Would be insane. I think it's two very exciting games, and I am going for PSV. Yes, the favorites on paper, Leicester, for me are getting knocked out. I don't really think that they can keep this up. International competition alongside the Premier League race for European spots. I just think they will spend most of their energy and focus on the Premier League, which also generates more TV revenue just by finishing 1 or 2 spots higher than winning the whole Conference League. It's sadly like that, so I think Leicester will not put 100% focus into the Conference League. I mean, you could say the same about PSV. They are in the Eredivisie title race. They could waste their energy there, but I just think that this competition matters more to PSV than it does to Leicester. Without disrespecting anyone, this is just what I feel after watching both play in the competition, and I say PSV are the first semi-finalist, surprisingly knocking out Leicester. And who will face them in the semi-final? The David versus Goliath story. Bodo Glimt against Roma. Interestingly enough, both were in the same group. Roma finished first, Bodo finished second, but in that iconic game, Bodo Glimt beat Roma 6-1. They completely annihilated them, and in the return fixture, they also got a draw against Roma, so they are undefeated and even humiliated them once. So they have proven they can beat Roma for sure. And will Mourinho actually accept humiliation once again against this team, now when it matters even more? Not gonna lie, I would love to see it happening. I'm always in for the underdog stories, but I just can't see exactly this happening. Jose Mourinho might not be at his best anymore, and he also lost with Tottenham against Dinamo Zagreb last year in the Europa League against an underdog, but I just think that this time he will not let this happen again. I think Bodo Glimt will give Roma a big fight, but after all, they should be winning this. They must win this. It's 369 million against 15 million. Roma's squad is literally worth 23 times as much as Bodo's. So come on, my heart tells me Bodo, but I just can't cannot go with them. It's gonna be Roma. Like, realistically speaking, they're not gonna let them win again. The first semi-final is gonna be PSV against Roma. Now we get to the second one, that is Feyenoord against Slavia Praha. Slavia Praha, we remember last season, they knocked out Rangers. It was a controversial game. There was a big racism scandal as well, apparently, but all that stuff aside, they played great last season, so we can't underestimate them. Big fighters, but for me, Feyenoord are the favorites. Let's get this straight. Also here, they were in the same group. Feyenoord finished first by a margin with 14 points. Slavia Praha qualified over Union Berlin, a close one, but they also qualified with 8 points as second. So in that group, Feyenoord have already shown they are more or less superior. They beat Slavia at home, and in Prague, they only got a draw, and they were worse, but they only were with 10 men. So I think if Feyenoord really play with full powers, they have the likes of Luis Sinisterra up front, very underrated Colombian winger, so rare players know him. There's also Orkan Kökçü, Turkish-Dutch talent, one of the best players in the Eredivisie this season. Gustil, I think, is a great player. I feel like after all there will be too much to handle for Slavia. My logic tells me that Feyenoord will win this one. In the semifinals, 2 Dutch teams out of 4, and who will be the 4th one? Marseille against PAOK. This is really the battle of crazy fan bases. Marseille by far the best fans in France, and PAOK also among the best in Greece. And as we all know, Greek fans are absolutely incredible anyway. Olympique Marseille came down from the Europa League, only finished 3rd in their group behind Galatasaray and Lazio, and have now knocked out Karabakh from Azerbaijan, which is a must-win, and also Basel from Switzerland. While PAOK came originally from the Conference League, they finished 2nd in their group, and in the knockout stages beat Michelin from Denmark and also Ghent from Belgium. On paper, of course, Marseille are the better side, but I can totally see PAOK winning at home. But then in Marseille, I can see Marseille winning. It's just who wins higher. Sorry to my Greek fans, but I'm gonna go for the logical pick again. It is Marseille for me. Olympique Marseille go to the semi-final, and then look at these final 4. Had I told you before the season that this would be the Europa League semi-final, you wouldn't have noticed that it's not. Just based on the team names. These are teams that can easily go far in the Europa League as well, and this alone shows us that the Conference League has every right to exist, since it gives those teams that would otherwise be knocked out of Europe completely a platform to still showcase their talents. And they are great clubs, they are big clubs, and it's a big competition for me. If you win the Conference League, that's not a Tim Pot trophy, that's actually something to be very proud of, and these 4 then will do anything in their powers to get this title. Who would it be though? Let's start PSV against Roma. So let's make this quick. I think Roma this season under Mourinho, they will knock out Bodo Glimt. They simply have to do it, but all in all, they're not as great as we thought they might be. On the other hand, it would be a typical Mourinho thing to get criticized all season and then just win a trophy, just like he did with Man United 2016-2017, won the Europa League. Keep in mind, this would be the first European title for any Italian team since Inter in 2010, they won the treble under Mourinho. This would be some story, man, but will it happen? I'm going PSV are winning this, not Roma, PSV, and in this one I'm going for Feyenoord. I'm going with an all-Dutch final, man. This is not that likely, but I can just feel it. In Europe, we know anything can happen, and this would be one hell of a game. For all my Dutch neighbors, enjoy it. Celebrate it. You have won an international title for the first time since actually Feyenoord, when they won the UEFA Cup in 2002. This was the last Dutch team to clinch a European trophy, and this time, is it gonna be PSV or is it gonna be Feyenoord? I know I will be completely alone with this prediction at all, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say PSV are winning the Conference League, man. Wow, this would be one hell of a tournament, and it would be an advertisement for the Conference League itself, because I can just imagine those fixtures, man. I'm hyped. Scenes would be if I actually go ahead and watch the Conference League final in the stadium. It will be played in Tirana, capital of Albania. Already looking up flights, we'll see about that. Anyway, here it was, my full Conference League prediction. PSV Eindhoven as winners. I know I am pretty much alone with this prediction, probably. It is an underdog pick. I'm gonna go for it. Now it's your turn again, guys. Let me know your picks down in the comments. Which 4 teams will advance to the semi-finals? That is the most important thing for now. And from there, if you want, also do the same as me. What is your bracket? Who will go to the final? And who's gonna win the big title? It is a big title in my opinion. Who will take that after all? This concludes my little bracket prediction series. I've now done the full Champions League. Check that out if you haven't. The full Europa League as well. Feel free to check that out too. And now the Conference League. I'm looking forward to watching all those 3 competitions, and I hope that you guys will see me in 1 or 2 stadiums in Europe this season still. Prediction Fiago is out again. We'll see each other soon, and peace.